You know, when somebody turns to the Bible and starts following it and following Jesus, it's not like they need steadying or correcting. It's like a spinning top, like a gyroscope, and being light and the Bible is light and fluffy. You don't need to check people are doing it right. They are not needing steadying. A gyroscope on a spinning top spins and it doesn't fall to one side or the other. In fact, it can sway, but it doesn't fall over because of the gyroscope. And the Bible is light and fluffy. And anyone who follows the Bible, it's not like they need a qualification in it or to go to university to study the Bible. They need to have a desire to follow God, Jesus, the Bible, and to understand it properly. And that comes from them, and they're light and fluffy. You don't need to check if people are doing it right. You don't need to check if somebody's following this verse or that verse or the other verse or questioning them. You leave it to them, because it's not like being a Buddhist or a Zen Buddhist or following Hinduism or a religion. Because the Bible is something that qualifies you in life. If you want to be qualified, you don't have to earn a good CV or resume. You just need to start following the Bible. And it makes you so important. People who follow the Bible should not be overlooked. Anyone who decides to follow the Bible and to understand it becomes a very significant and important person. You can say, oh, we'll see how they do. We'll see how they do in 10 years' time if they're still following it. No. Anyone who decides to follow the Bible immediately becomes a very, very significant and important person in the world. And they should be regarded as such. And it's a crime not to regard them. You could say, oh, well, they could be a Buddhist or follow yoga or Pilates. It's not the same. If you follow the Bible, you're light and fluffy. You don't need checking on. You don't need to see if you're following this verse or that verse and doing it right. You immediately become respected and respectable, and you have immediately a qualification, which is not that you need to study the Bible in theology college. If you follow the Bible, you immediately become qualified as though you have studied in theology college. And anyone who tries to correct people is trying to steady the gyroscope of the spinning top in somebody. You trust people who follow the Bible. You regard them as very significant and important, even if they were nothing in your eyes before. The moment someone follows the Bible, your antenna goes up and goes, aha, that person has turned to the Bible. That immediately means me. I have to bow down and say they've become a very, very important person. And I have to do everything in life to make sure they are the top person in life.